Well, I thought I'll show you just a little trick because I want to take a black and white photograph of these trees here with a path in the middle, and my tripod can't get it down as low as I would like, so I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this without a tripod. Right, so here we are, down on my knees. I have my neck strap around my neck, and I'm pulling very tight on the neck strap to make it very stable. Then I can go all the way down to the ground. Make the right composition. And take the shot. So that was a shot at 1/25th of a second at an f-stop of 11. So very slow shutter speed. So if you can't get down as low as that and you don't want to put your camera on the ground, put your neck strap around your neck, pull down very tight to keep it stable, and press the button. Now with regards to the Fuji ST-801 film camera, 35mm, and the Fuji XS-1 comparison, I do have a few things that were interesting while working with these two cameras together over the last few weeks. First of all, with regards to making a composition, this swivel rear screen on the Fuji XS-1 is fantastic. And I know many digital cameras have a swivel screen, so that's nothing special anymore. But for me, when you take down shots from very low, which I like to do because I like dramatic images, this is ideal. It actually feels like looking down into a waist-level viewfinder of a medium format camera, and that is great to make low-level shots, make low-level compositions. Now I've been using this as a sort of a feature to help me make a composition with the Fujica ST-801 film camera, because you know that only has an eye-level prism finder that you can look through. So if you want to get shots from all the way down low, you yourself are also going to need to be going all the way down to the ground to look through this eye-level viewfinder to enable you to make the right composition. So this really comes in handy. So I've been using both. Even though I try to force myself in making a composition with the Fujica ST-801. Why? Because it slows my photography down. This is a much quicker approach. The Fujica is much slower. And you know, then it really enables you to think about the composition before you press the button. And as opposed to digital, the film costs money every time I press the button. Now that is a little bit of a drawback with regards to digital. You are much more easily satisfied with the image you've taken. I mean, you immediately see it appear on your screen, and you're looking more at the image itself than you are really working on your composition. So in terms of using the Fujica film 35mm camera together with this one, the XS1, it has actually slowed down my digital photography, which is great. It's really made me think a lot longer about which composition I want to take. Now another thing about this digital camera is that I really appreciate the zoom. It has a relatively wide angle 24mm, 35mm camera equivalent, and which is great for nature and landscape photography. And it has the ability to zoom in. It has an enormous telephoto on this zoom. And that also helps, because sometimes you see a composition that you want to make at a great distance. And you could make the photo, of course, with a different angle lens and crop the image later in your PC after scanning in your images with film or your card. The only thing is you're going to lose quality in the shot. You're only going to use a part of the whole frame, which is going to give you an image of less quality. So this is great when you want just a part of that thing you're looking at in the distance and you want to have a whole frame composing on that part of the image. You can just zoom in and the whole sensor will grab it. Or with a telephoto lens and your film camera, the whole film frame will be composing that part of the image. So you're not going to be losing any quality. So that's important when you're doing outdoor landscape or nature photography. Make sure that you're able to work from a wide-angle lens all the way through to a telephoto lens of a certain length. Now, you know, over the last few weeks I've been working with these two cameras simultaneously, and I've actually made an important decision. In a few months' time I'm going to be making a step up to a medium format film camera. Yes, you heard me right. Not digital, film camera. Now, why am I going to do that? Well, first of all, I don't have the budget to go full frame with a 35 DSLR. That's too expensive. Second is that I want to bring my nature and landscape photography even to a level above that, and that can only be achieved with medium format film or large format film photography. And that has a few reasons. Two of them are very important. One is depth of field. The depth of field that you can achieve with a medium format or large format film camera with regards to a very shallow depth of field or a very large depth of field is something that you cannot achieve with a 35mm DSLR, even if it's a crop sensor or it's full frame. You can go beyond that, and especially with photography that you're making, you're working very slow. I don't have to work fast, so I can take my time when I'm making a composition and putting down my tripod and the right lens and adjusting everything. I'm in no rush doing my photography. So point one is depth of field, and point two is detail in the shot. You know, I'm going to be moving up to a 6x7 centimeter medium format film camera, and the detail that you're able to achieve with a 50 or 100 ASA film is unbelievable. Is really unbelievable. Now those two things together, detail and depth of field, and of course, but that's with every time you approach this type of photography, it's the light, it's your aperture, it's your shutter speed, it's using your tripod, and it's also making the right composition. All those factors come together. But medium format, especially depth of field and detail in the shot, and of course the sharpness in the shot, is going to be unbelievable. So that's the reason. Now that was it for today. Probably in between me talking a lot, you've seen a number of shots that I've made today. I think there are about 2 or 3. I haven't really thought about it yet after I've made them, and I've made a lot of black and white again. So to close this off, let me just show you where I am at the moment. I show you one thing that I was trying to make a correct composition of. So let me give you a quick look of where we are today. Let me just take off this camera first. There we go. It's very quiet today. It's a Monday. The last 3 to 4 days have been gray and cloudy and almost depressing weather. It was unbelievable. Yesterday, way too much sunlight and extremely blue skies. Yeah, if you like that kind of photography, that's fine for me. If you like these tourist snapshots, but I hate that. I want some more dramatic lighting, and for that reason, actually, I've came to this area, and I've also been walking through the wooded area, and that's also very difficult for me because I'm a minimalist, and I like very minimal compositions. And if you have an environment that you have a lot of trees and a lot of branches and grass and sand, and it's very difficult to get a very basic composition, at least when I look at it. So I hope you like the photographs. I have no idea what this is. It's an old metal cross. I have no idea if it was here before or that somebody just stuck it into the ground. You know, a lot of things have been happening here in the Second World War in this part of the Netherlands. So for the same account, it could be marking a grave that used to be here. But I have been trying to also make a composition of this. The lighting is a little bit more interesting at the moment, so I'm going to be trying to photograph this again. So I've been talking way too much again, and so I'm going to stop talking. Thank you for watching. In about a week's time I'll present you with the part 3 of the analog approach to digital photography, and I hope we get a lot further into this 36 frame film so that we can also compare the shots and see, make some conclusions. Thanks for watching, and look forward to it next time. Bye bye.